So, how are you doing today, Ashlee?
I am good.
This beautiful, warm weather today. Yeah, all right.
I love fall. So when it started to get nice and cold, I was ready for it. I was ready to pull out sweatpants, sweaters.
Oh man, I always talk about the weather, but I'll ignore that because people get tired of it. I mean, like, and I understand because it's the Midwest, man. I don't know how many times, I should count next time, how many times I wore a short sleeve or throughout the year. I think like even over the summer, if I'm not working out or else like, like in the softball stuff, it's usually just a long sleeve.
I know when it was like, 70 degrees, you came in with a jacket.
It's
to
cold.
Softball practice.
It's cold.
I was like, he is from the South.
Yeah, it's cold, man. Like here, it is cold. And but even like right now, like my house, I actually turned it down to like 68 and I put the heater on already because I'm also trying to save on that gas bill. I'm trying to see like how much, well, because this month is the first time I'm using gas because I got propane. So I'm just trying to see what it is. Or I guess the bill won't come because I already paid for the propane, but there's like a meter or whatever. So I'm trying to see how much it is or how much it's taking. Yeah.
And that can get more expensive when you have propane. Yeah.
But that propane, especially with like, because we got a gas range, or I guess propane range, a range, not electric. That thing heats up the house fast.
Yes.
I didn't know that, which I like because I was checking it. I was like, whoa, I set it at 68. How come it says 76? I'm okay with that.
Right. Yes. That we just turned on our heat this past weekend too, because when it gets down to like the 30s at night, you wake up to a 60-degree house.
I know it's all trippy up, but it's been a wild few days, especially. So finally, I upgraded my phone. So I used to record on, I had a Galaxy S10 Plus. That was my main phone. I've had it for 7 years. For 7 years. I've never broken a phone ever. And then when I was moving some stuff, I grabbed it was a filing cabinet with a friend. And the corner, like I usually have my phone in my pocket. The corner hit my screen. I didn't feel it. And I just took out my phone and there's a big old, not even just a crack. It's just, bah. Ooh. Like when you put a hammer on glass. And I was like, oh, damn it. I've had that for 7 years. I never break like anything with tech. Nothing. And first time. And then I was like, well, I'm going to keep rolling with it until it dies. And funny enough, a few weeks later, the battery, for some reason, I think it died. Like it did not turn on. I'm like, well, I don't want to buy a phone. What am I going to do? So then we have a backup phone that I used to have like even before that phone. So that thing's like 9 years old and it's, it's kind of slow and it's been bothering me. I'm like, man, do I buy a new phone? I don't want to spend a lot of money. And I'm like, you know what? So the phone I'm using right now, kind of, it's an iPhone XR. That thing's also old.
I was going to say, they're up to like a 17 now.
Yeah, so that stuff is old.
You're 7 gens behind.
I know, but that's not even I never put my SIM card in that. That was just like a backup for video because I was using my other one. And then the other older phone, it's a Moto Z3, Motorola. The recordings, it was tricky. It doesn't record video for some reason. So I was like, man, I need to find a phone. So have you ever heard of a website called Swappa?
No, I haven't.
So Swappa is where people sell used electronics. It's certified. It's a certified whatever. It's a good place to buy phones, reputable. And I was looking through it and like, for example, iPhones, because a lot of people, they'll upgrade their iPhone almost every year. You could get the iPhone, for example. Actually, I should search it up right now. But just an iPhone, just 2 gens behind. You could get the Pro Max, yeah, the biggest one, and you could get it for like $400. And it'll say like if it's fair, if it's new, if it's mint, all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, well, that's fine. Because I don't have a problem with Apple or Android. I've used both. I just prefer Android, but I use, like, for example, I have the iPhone right there. I have an iPad. I just as my daily phone, I just prefer the Android. It's just more flexible. So either or, I'm fine. So I was looking up, I was like, should I buy a brand new phone? Because that Galaxy S10 Plus, when it came out, it was $1,000.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, well, it lasted me 7 years. Should I get, like, same thing, a flagship again, pay $1,000? But I'm like, I don't want to pay $1,000. Luckily, I was like looking up some other phones, but I found a Google Pixel that I got right here. It's a Pixel 6. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old. And I got it for like with taxes, $168.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, 166, whatever dollars. And I just got it like a few days ago, and I upgraded everything. Oh, snap, this is nice. All that for 100, whatever. I'll take that. So I'm also cheap. So that's why, because
it's okay to invest the money in yourself, though. Give yourself something good when you do everything else for everyone else all year round. Like if you think about, you buy stuff for your wife, you buy stuff for your kids. It's okay to spend money on yourself.
Finding insurance sucks. Lucky for y'all, I partnered up with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Need auto insurance? They got you. Need home insurance? Why not? You can bundle up and save a little bit because right now every dollar counts. They also do life, health, farm insurance. And if you have a bit of extra cash laying around, their financial services might help you out. Give John Cole a call and see what he can do for you. And tell him I sent you there. Links are in the description. Call 605-624-3011.
Yeah, and funny thing, I don't spend, like, yesterday in the morning, Myra, she said, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Because she's doing their Christmas shopping stuff. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't ask for stuff. And then it's not like, oh man, he's perfect, he doesn't ask for. No, it's just because I don't need anything right now.
Oh, my husband's the same way.
Yeah.
Never wants anything.
Exactly. And I just don't right now. As a kid, yeah, you want a bunch of stuff, but I don't need anything. So buying gifts for me is, I guess, hard. But it's because also, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if the magic, the Christmas magic is gone. Because, either Santa or your parents, they gave you this and that. And then now, as an adult, I'm like, well, I could just buy whenever I want, kind of. Like, like before when I was a kid, it would be like a video game, waiting months, and then Christmas comes and boom, you got that video game. You're so excited. Now I'm like, well, I could either wait on Christmas or I could just buy it right now. It's not the same.
Right.
So that's just me. That's how Christmas has been lately as an adult.
Yes, it's way different as an adult than a kid. But then you get that point to where you can celebrate the way your parents did with you, with your kids. And that's what I love. I go all out every holiday for our kids.
What's the plans for Halloween?
Ooh, so usually every year we all dress up something together. But now with having a teenager and a high schooler, he doesn't want to dress up with us. He wants to do stuff with family.
What?
Yes, I know. It's insane.
It'll pass. You go through those phases.
I even asked him, the other day, I said, what do you want to be for Halloween? I'm ordering Halloween costumes. Like, we need to figure out what we're going to do. And I don't know. Maybe I want to be peanut butter or jelly with my friend. And I'm like, oh, you're so lame. So lame. Last year, we all dressed up as, what do you call them? Witch doctors. So like my husband was the male witch doctor. I was the female. And then our kids were the younger versions of us. And it was so cool. We went out to Deadwood for the big Halloween. What do they call that? Dead Weird.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Yes.
Is that the one? So your costume, is that the one with the beaks?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you have like a skeleton face and then you almost look like pirates. You look like
witch okay.
Like where you have the little shrunken heads.
Yeah,
and
the voodoo stuff.
Yes.
There we go.
That's what we were, the voodoo family.
Cool.
So we did that last year. And this year, my daughter, she wants to do her own thing. My son wants to do, my son wants to do his own thing. So we just have us and our two little ones. Well, one of them wants to be Ghostface because, Scream's big again this year, which is so hard to find that costume now.
Really?
Found that out. It's sold out everywhere.
That was a popular thing whenever, like a few years ago.
So one of my sons, my youngest one, wants to be a minion. So I thought I'll get one of those blow up girls that rides the little unicorn and I'll dress up as little Agnes on a unicorn and just run around yelling, he's so fluffy or something like that. So, and then I think my husband's Oh, I don't know what he wants to be. He wants just Scary Mask this year. So
where's all the themes?
I know we do themes every year. Like one year we were Rick and Morty. And it was so funny. We even had Little Rick, my youngest, dressed up as Little Rick around in the stroller.
Yeah.
So.
Man, and hold on, give me a pause. Go back. I'll edit that part out. But see, like it'll pass. It'll pass because I was the same way. And I'll give you an example. And it's not just I'm just speaking for guys. So you go through this phase where you, like, for example, Pokemon, Super Mario, this and that. I'm just talking about video games. You like that. You get all that stuff. As a kid, elementary, middle school, maybe-ish, maybe not high school, you're like, nah, dude, I play Call of Duty. I play Halo. No, that stuff's lame. FIFA or whatever. Then after that, it could be right after high school and college, whatever. You go back to your nerdiness and everything's cool. And then as an adult, yeah, you're like, okay.
Yes.
It'll
and then
pass.
when you have kids, you have more of an excuse to dress up. And that's my favorite. I love Halloween. I will dress up every year. Ever since my oldest was 15, when he was born, he was a little pumpkin. I started dressing up with him. Like every year, I wanted to take him trick-or-treating, and I was something with him.
This year, we're going to do... No, actually, I forgot Victoria. She's lame now. She wants to do her own thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I told you that they hit that age, and now you're like, ugh.
We were going to do... well, I guess just me and Myra. We're going to do Pokemon. She's going to be Eevee, and then I got one of those... it's not a blow up, but what do you call it? It's a Pokeball, but you can just put it on and then it's a giant.
Oh yeah. The
Like a
fabric
disc?
ones, the big ones. Yes.
That one. Because I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years, mostly because here it's freaking cold. So that's why I haven't dressed up. But this time, this time we're going to dress up.
You got a layer here.
Yeah.
It was always a thing growing up here. Every Halloween, I remember growing up, I lived in Nebraska for a little bit as a little kid. And my mom always made us wear coats. So like one year I was a princess and she made me wear a coat. And I'm like, it's covering up my dress. So I was really upset over that. But every year she was always like, you have to wear coats or you have to layer. And I'm like, but that defeats the purpose of having the costumes. So then as a kid, you're bearing it out and you're freezing your butt off. It's snowing out. And
what do you guys hit up for Halloween here?
Well, we try to do, like, Sanford puts on a little Halloween walk. We always try to go to that. And then usually that is at the same day that downtown does theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we always do that. And then we just ask the kids what neighborhoods they want to go into. When we first moved here, it was hit or miss.
Yeah.
What neighborhoods had the most lights on. So it was one of us would drive the car. Everyone would pile in the car. We go to a neighborhood, go up and down the block, then go to the next. Before moving here, I used to always go to Yankton.
Really?
Yes. Even when I lived in Sioux Falls, we left Sioux Falls and went to Yankton to go trick-or-treating.
Ladies, looking for a salon with expertise? Go check out Wynie Maze. Becky and her crew are amazing. They give amazing hairstyles, spa treatments, and it's not just for the women. Guys, you can go there too. Just look at the reviews and you'll see that they are loved in this community. Tell them Jose sent you there. Go check them out on Main Street in downtown Vermillion. I'll tell you where the best spot is. And people would say, oh, it's probably like Bliss Point or right on, is it Main Street or whatever? No, it's a place that people don't even head there because they just don't know. So there's a place. All right, so if you go where the wellness center is, the gym.
Yep.
On that street, and then there's Highway 50.
Mm-hmm. If
you cross it, I think it's called Coyote, whatever. I don't know. If you cross it and, it's not a dirt road, but you keep going. There's a place, there's like a nutrient, whatever, and you take a right. There's a neighborhood over there, big giant houses.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called Rolling Hills, whatever.
I think I know.
Yeah.
Working, I know where kind of that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big house. For me, it's big, giant houses. And that's where we hit up trick-or-treating because not a lot of kids go and they have the full-size candy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So,
and that's what the kids really want.
Yeah. Because these other places around here, I mean, it's cool because there's a bunch of kids and this and that, but a lot of people don't buy a bunch of good candy. A lot of it's like Tootsie Rolls, which I hate. But these, man, they give you the big stuff. And also some houses throughout these years, if they'll have stuff for adults. They were giving like some some little alcohol drinks or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Also, that's where we hit up there. A lot of people don't know, but maybe I should kind of keep it a little bit secret.
Well, now you let it out the bag. Everyone's going to be there this year.
Let's see what happens. But I like Halloween. I like scary stuff, which is weird because when I was a kid, I was scared. I was scared of everything. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was high school or right after college. I just like switched and like I love horror movies. I love horror stories, horror video games, which are more scary. I love horror stuff. So super strange, but I like that.
The scary movies were the best. Every time one would come out, we go to the theaters when I was a kid. You had to go see it in theaters. Like that was the best part.
What was your what's some scary movies that you enjoy or you like, or some that are, oh man, those are scary?
So I like almost like the Amityville horror series, you know, where they came out with the original, and then or they came out with the remake, and then I saw the remake in theaters, and I was like, this is not the original. So we
Ryan Reynolds? Is that the remake?
I don't remember who was the actual actor in it, but what I remember is, I mean, this was back when I was in high school. We still had like the Blockbusters and the DVD rental places, and I searched all those for the original Amityville horror. Is that what it was called? Yeah. But that one was probably my favorite. And then, of course, when Signs came out, I don't know if you classify that as a scary movie.
Like a thriller.
Yeah.
It counts.
Yeah.
It's still spooky.
So I really liked that one too. And then there was Children of the Corn. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Do you remember Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
That one, when that came out, and I remember people talking about saying, oh, is that real? Did they just have like, oh, that is real, it's whatever. But of course, it was just a film. That one was scary. But if you think about it, because not much, like if you compare, let's say compare that one. It's like a paranormal, and it's called what do you call the type of hill? Like a found footage type of thing versus like The Exorcist. The Exorcist, I think, is very scary.
That one was insane.
Yeah. If you compare those, you know, The Exorcist is like a movie. This one's like just a bunch of recordings, but it's so scary. And there's not like actually jump scares. Not really on that one, on Paranormal Activity. Maybe like, you know, people freak out too, because I was one of them. You know, the door shuts, you see it, and you still get scared because it makes it very realistic.
Yes. A lot like the Blair Witch Project.
Oh.
That one.
Yeah. That one didn't have any jump
I went
scares.
and I bought that when it came out as a kid. And I watched that on repeat every night to the point to where I was scared to go on the trails.
Oh.
Because I always thought when you would see, like, I feel like people were just out there messing with you, but you would find twigs tied together.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh no, like they're here.
Why is there a doll hanging from the tree?
Right. That was a great movie.
The ones that are kind of, I guess man, I am old. Kind of recent are there's a movie called Insidious.
See, I haven't seen that one.
That one's actually like, am I Insidious? Yeah, that's the one. That one's scary. That one's actually like, and I like scary movies. If it doesn't, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm scared of the jump scares, but I am. But if sometimes when there's a movie that has a jump scare, I'm like, that's kind of cheap. But like this movie is actually scary. Like it is scary. That's the one that I think Insidious is the one that had like a little bit of that. Have you seen like the Nun part or the Nun?
Yes,
like,
I've seen things about the movie. I just haven't sat and watched it.
Yeah, I've seen the Nun because I guess it's not Insidious. It's called Conjuring. Well, Insidious is a scary one, but the Conjuring, that one I'm talking about. My bad. Because it's part of the Conjuring universe with Annabelle and this and that.
Oh, yes, Annabelle.
But I've seen the movie The Nun. It wasn't, I thought it was kind of lame, but I remember when that nun, just her came out on the movie Conjuring, because that one was, you know, you're in a room, or the lady goes in a room, and then there's a portrait of a nun who looks scary as hell. First, I'm like, why does a nun look like that? Because, you know, you picture a nun, in a Catholic church, everything's all nice. That nun looks scary. And then it's zooming in. I'm like, what's going to happen, dude? And then, like, there's a shadow. The shadow moves. It's moving behind the painting. I'm like, oh, my God, what's going to happen? You see these hands come out. I'm like, what the hell? And then it kind of jump scares you, but it goes after you and it starts chasing you. I'm like, I was like, that stuff is scary.
So then did you see the movie Babadook?
Yes.
Oh, my husband would mess with me and he would make that noise all the time.
This episode is brought to you by 5-Star Barbershop. Are y'all guys looking for a place to get a haircut? I recommend 5-Star Barbershop. They're the #1 barbershop in the southeast region of South Dakota. From haircuts, beards, eyebrows, shampoo, you name it. They also offer discounts for students and athletes. I will add their link so you can make an appointment because they get very, very busy. Now let's get back to it.
That one's scary. Isn't that also a part where the kid, that's the book, or like in the movie, there's the book. Okay?
Yes.
Is that also the part where, is there a scene where there's like a little tent on the floor and then they move like a little, like a car and then the car just, there's something in the tent moving it out? Well, probably another movie.
That might be another. I'm not sure.
But I remember the Babadook down because that one's freaky.
It's like the mom turns on the kid. And that is what, to me, that's the scariest thing of all.
Yeah. Is it paranormal or is it mental? Like that stuff. Because sometimes the scariest stuff is just us, the humans, because it's the most realistic thing.
Right.
Yeah. Because I know like, monsters or this and that or animals, but like those type of, do you watch like any like true crime stuff or anything like that?
Sometimes. I finally got into that Netflix series. What's it called? The murder one where they just came out with the Ed. Is it Ed Gein?
Yeah, Ed something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I got into that. Not sure how I feel about it, but I did start getting into that because when I get into the true crime, then I start to get paranoid that everyone everywhere is that way.
Everyone's a serial killer.
Right.
No, I think the majority of people are actually nice, but there are some psychos out there.
Yes.
I look on our what channel is it? I forgot what it's called, but it's on YouTube and same thing. Mostly if it's police officers that head to places and they got like their body cam. And, but some of the stuff, man, some of those, like there was one, and I thought it was fake, but it's actually all real because there's cases. And it's all that's real. There was one where they a family. I don't think they were they might have been a foster family or a real family, but a lady, or actually not a lady, a kid. I think she was like 16. She escaped and she was going, she's talking to the cops saying, hey, stuff is happening. And they had these kids locked up in the basement and this and that and whatever.
Oh, I think I kind of know what you're talking about. There might be a few of those.
Yeah, there's actually a few. But yeah, and I'm like, man, this stuff happens. Like, I know the world is kind of nuts and crazy, but this stuff happens. And it could be like right next door. Or I don't know. There's a lady here in town. Her name's Evelyn Schlenker. She was telling me about a story. I don't know if it happened in the 30s, 40s, like whatever in Vermillion, in downtown. And I don't know if it's not here. I wonder if it was next door. There's like a law office, something like that. But that there was like this dispute with a landowner, farmer, and like two lawyers. They were like neighbors, and I think one of them was suing this and that, and he lost because he was saying, oh, it's my property. Whatever. The guy went cuckoo, and he went to the guy's law office, and he shot him with a shotgun and blasted his head. It's in like, she was telling me, because she kind of does volunteering at in the library. And she said, yeah, the red blood stain's still on the wall or something. I'm like, and yeah, he went to try to go blast another guy or the other lawyer, but that guy kind of escaped it. Or I'm like, dang, this stuff happens even here. So
right, it can happen anywhere. That's the scary part.
Yeah, I'm telling you, nuts. And have you seen a Netflix show called, it's called Midnight Mass? Man, that thing. So it's the director is, I forgot the director's name, but he does like some horror anthologies, movie series. It's good. It's actually really good. So Midnight Mass. I won't say spoilers because it came out years ago, so my bad. But it involves a town, small town, but it's on an island. So it's probably like in like the Northeast. It's an island, right. Just a small population. There's a Catholic church. And what happens is, I'll make it super brief. So all this priest comes in and all these miracles are starting to happen. Like there's lady that's paralyzed or a girl that's paralyzed. She stands up, you know, this and that. I'm like, okay, just the standard stuff. How is it like a horror thing? And then an angel comes. Well, he says it's an angel. This angel does not look like an angel. It looks like one of those vampires, like monsters. Like, first of all, I'm like, how is this an angel? But then like he's reading some biblical stuff and whatever this. But overall, yeah, I don't even think it was an angel. But the whole thing involves vampires, like a cult and this and that and murder or whatever. I'm like, dang, this stuff is hardcore.
Right.
I like it, but I like this horror. See, I'm kind of sick with this. All this stuff.
I love that. I'm a big Ghost Adventures nerd. We actually, when I got married, that was within 30 minutes of us getting married, we went to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. Mm-hmm. I was in my white dress. Like, I didn't care. That's what we wanted to do. And that, if you love any type of spiritual things, you got to go. Mm-hmm. Once in your lifetime. I mean, you could go numerous times because he changes stuff out all the time, but we got to go in the basement where they did an actual ritual seance. At some point, years ago, there had been multiple murders in that building. It was something to see. We got to see like remains of some of the most notorious serial killers. Like the bed that what's that guy? The Lamar Odom. Mm-hmm. There was a bed at that brothel they found him at when he went through that really dark time and overdosed. That bed is in that museum because there has been multiple people that died according to that bed. Like, there's crazy stuff in there.
There's a movie called not Ghostbusters. It's but it involves, it's same thing as part of that found footage, but it involves hunting ghost. So just like that show, but it's just a movie, and they go into this house, and you know all this scary stuff is happening. Oh, I think it's called Paranormal Encounters, something like that. But there's a part where this is scared the hell out of me, and it's not like a jump scare or monster. It's just, and I'll explain why. So I don't know if it's the first or second movie. So they're trying to escape the house or mansion or whatever. No, it's a insane asylum, something like that. Whatever. Mm-hmm. They're trying to escape, and then they finally, for some reason, they escape. So they leave and they go back to their hotel. And usually it's like at the end of the movie, they're like, usually in a movie like that, you're like, okay, you know, now you never go back. You're going to tell your friends this and that. So, you know, they're all freaked out, these guys. And then they go in the elevator and, you know, they're trying to leave the hotel. And then something strange happens because when the elevator's closing, there's a cleaning lady. I didn't even notice it until I was looking at analysis. She's looking straight at them, just not even moving. I'm like, that's kind of freaky.
Right.
And then on the numbers for the floors, it starts kind of glitching out a little bit, I think. And, you know, they're freaking out. And then the door opens and they're back at the place. For me, that scared me because that means you cannot escape from this whatever hospital thing and you're stuck there forever. If that happened to me in real life, I don't know what would happen. So you can't escape. I don't know. For me, that gave me the chills. I never seen that in a movie. Usually in a movie, you kind of escape from the place. This one, you cannot.
Oh, so and then at least it was a movie and it wasn't real.
Yeah, or was it? No,
right? Or was it?
But that's scary stuff, man. But I like Halloween. I like October. November comes up. I don't even know if there's like a Thanksgiving movie. I've never heard of a Thanksgiving.
I think there are. They're just called holiday movies. Where it's always like people going on vacation with their families to go to the big Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yeah, and then there's always like trouble or trying to make amends.
Yeah, they're usually comedies. Or something like that.
There's no like horror Thanksgiving.
No,
like a deadly turkey, nothing like that.
There probably is.
Probably there's I'll switch topics from the horror stuff. Did you hear about a while back? There's a horror movie that involves Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's called Pooh or Winnie? I think
it's called Pooh.
Pooh, Blood and Honey, something like that. First of all, I was like, isn't Disney gonna like go after them? But I think because of the not trademark, I forgot what they call it, the licensing or whatever, it's now public domain. So anyone can use that because technically Winnie the Pooh is Disney, right? And Mickey Mouse is Disney. Something like that.
Yeah, I really don't know who owns Pooh, but I know growing up, that was always like your childhood.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
So this movie, the first one, is freaking insane, and no kids should watch it at all because it's like one of the, like the Saw movies. It's all horror. It's actually not that great too. It kind of sucks, but they added that. The second movie, it's actually pretty good, which is insane. How do you make a slasher that? Now they have their own universe because Peter Pan is having a horror one.
Oh my.
But this is all indie stuff, so it's not
Right.
out in theaters or big movie companies, and they're doing a Bambi one. So I'm like, what is going on? But it's some crazy stuff.
Right.
But yeah, okay.
Ugh.
I just had to throw that out because it just reminded me. But we'll go back on it, or we'll switch it up. So Ashlee, what else do you do?
Well, I own a cleaning company. That is my main thing. I clean a lot of residential houses here in town. I think I've got, last year I counted 50 clients. I think we're up to like 80 now.
Nice.
So me and then I have some girls that work for me, and we just kind of rotate what we do. I do some commercial, nothing too crazy. I keep everything kind of relaxed, and I don't know. I love what I do.
That's good. That's good.
I've always wanted to do something. I'm a people pleaser, I would say, in a way. I always want to do stuff to help people. So that's why I went into cleaning, because I used to actually manage a wellness store here. And I met a lot of people there. And when I was managing that, I was very fulfilled to be able to help somebody that comes in pain, or somebody that was struggling with like substance abuse, that didn't want to go the route of like pain management and getting on pills and things like that, and help them find an alternative way of healing. So I found a lot of good in that. And then myself struggling with like anxiety and depression, found my own ways to kind of cure that on my own. And then I found out that helping others overcome helped me overcome things. So then I got into wanting to help people more. So I was cleaning on the side, always have. And I was like, if I do this full time, I had a lot of clients that were older, elderly, that couldn't do things. And like the most satisfaction at home was going home knowing that I helped this lady or this gentleman with something just so simple as cleaning their house or organizing something for them, or anything they would ask me to do, I would do. And like, I would just go home and feel satisfied. And never in 20, because I think I was 28 when I started doing the cleaning. So for 28 years, I'd never had that satisfaction of going home and you're just at ease when you get home. Like you did something, you had a purpose. So that's why I blew up to what I am now.
And you enjoy it, like you were saying.
Yes, I do. And I'll joke around, like a lot of my clients are like mothers to me. They're like my mom or my dad, and I will bend over backwards for them. And if they need me, I'll be right there. I had a client, she ended up getting dementia really bad. So I wasn't able to help her anymore because she had to go in and I don't know, what do you, nursing home?
Yeah.
Is that what you call it? Assisted living. And that kind of hurt because I would be the person she would call. Oh, I can't figure out my remote. She would just call me. I would be out doing something. I'm not working. I'm in Sioux City. I'm in Sioux Falls doing stuff. And she would just call me. I can't figure out my remote. I'm stuck on this screen. And I would walk her through it, just step by step, how to do it. And she was not electronically inclined at all. And she had no family. And it was tough. So when she went to the home, I was just like, I can't stop what I'm doing because I made a difference. I just got to keep pushing through and doing this no matter how tired I get. Like somebody needs you. And I know like I'm a mom, I've got kids and I do everything for them. But there's people that don't have family and they struggle.
Is that also why you did since you're a people pleaser, is that why you also volunteered for the softball?
Yes. Well, the first year my daughter did softball, a few of the girls were struggling. They weren't getting the attention that, they wanted. So I was like, maybe I can make a difference and I can step up and do something and try and make these girls feel special and everything's about them. So I love doing that. And that's just, I don't know. I used to run a daycare too. That was my very first job ever.
You do it all?
Yes. I think I was 18 and I started working in daycare just right out of college. Or no, I wasn't out of college, in college. And I was working part-time at a daycare. And I loved it. This was before I had kids. And it was just so fun. You make all those relationships with the kids and their parents. And to me, I feel like everyone should be my friend. So, and that's my downfall there. I think I have a big heart and I will do anything for anybody. And it has burned me a lot throughout my life. But
no, I feel that it happens too. You want to do nice things, but sometimes people could take advantage of you. Yeah, that stuff. That's happened to me a few times, actually. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you after. A lot of people know about it. But you think you'll do it again, the softball thing? I don't know.
I might try one more year. We just got the emails from Flames. So, and I like the idea of the Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I do like that. And I support the Parks and Rec program here. So I like to have my kids do as much as they can through them. But my daughter said she wants to do both. I'm like, well, you can't do both. You have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, you got to do one.
So if she decides, I'm going to leave it up to her. If what she decides she wants to do, I will be right there next to her doing it.
Okay.
So if she wants to do the Parks and Rec, I'll volunteer. I will coach again. If she wants to do Flames, she can do the Flames.
Options.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she loves it. I mean, softball is her life.
Okay. That's good.
So,
man, first time I coached softball, it was different than coaching baseball. Mostly because the sport is the same. Well, for me, it looks like this. It was kind of the same because I have the knowledge of it. But coaching girls and coaching boys is way different.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Emotions run high.
Yeah, I did not know that. Usually with the boys, you tell them what to do and they kind of do it. With girls, they like to complain a lot.
Yes, you walked into that age. The growing up age where they're hitting that. I don't even want to call it rebellious.
Sassiness, I know
that. Where they're like,
feels fun.
I want to do this. And this is what I want to do. And if you tell me different, I'm not going to do it. So I have one daughter and 3 boys. And I will tell you, the boys are way easier to deal with than the girl. So,
man, but it was fun. I actually did it. I actually had a blast. It was one of the, because I wasn't going to do it. And then actually it was my wife. She was saying, why don't you do it? Do the, get involved. Because she would always tell me, she said, we couldn't get involved with some of the sports. She'll tell me, get involved with soccer. First of all, I'm like, I don't know how to play soccer. Get involved with basketball. I don't know how to play basketball. I never played those sports.
Right.
And she said, well, why don't you do the softball? Because I played baseball. I've coached baseball. And that stuff was fun. All that stuff's fun. And I was like, well, I guess I can. Let me see how it goes. I had never coached girls. Softball is the sport is the same, but how hard can it be? But it was fun. I had fun. I actually did have fun. It was great. Meeting, get to meet with the girls, their, how they grow and this and that. It was great.
I even had fun meeting the other coaches from the other teams, just to kind of see their different coaching styles and how they deal with things. And I thought it was really funny when we played Yankton. Big rivalry, Yankton Vermillion always has been. But the coach for that team, I went to high school with and graduated with. So we would text before the game, when we were setting things up, when you guys had the cancellation when I was out of town and we had to reschedule that. I was in Vegas and she texted me and I'm just like, I am so excited to hear about this. She was so pumped for our girls, just as much as I was pumped for their girls. I didn't feel like a rivalry at this point. And I like when all the coaches can kind of come together and we don't have that head to head. It's a competition.
Yeah.
More for fun. And I think those games when we played Yankton, and I feel like Irene was the same way. We we played really well with them. They were fun games.
Yeah. At the end of the day, and like for me, I'm competitive, but I know when to like, I guess I know the limits. Like I'm more calm, especially with, I don't know, that's just how I am. Like I don't, you're just seeing people like in any sport, like for example, parents or even coaches, the ones that are like hollering, yelling, and I can handle hollering, that's fine. But the ones that it makes it less fun. And throughout my whole, I guess, life, I've seen coaches, and especially with their sons, like they just go like really hard on them. Like, there's so much pressure, and I've seen it twice. I won't name the names, but I've seen it twice. But then, man, it gets to the point where even like the kids, or like the sons, they'll stop and they'll go against their dad because it's supposed to be fun. You're playing a sport. You guys, it's just kids. It could be rec. You're not it's not like it's a job, a profession. The professionals, of course, they got to play because they're getting paid and this and that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's a sport. You'll learn, you'll lose, win.
Some people take it too serious.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed. Like as a kid, that's why when I went to coach this, I kept thinking about when I was a kid and the coaches I had. And I played basketball, and first year was good. The second year, when I was in sixth grade, I quit because we were undefeated, but if we messed up at all, we were in the locker rooms getting screamed at. And like to the point to where our parents could hear it. It was embarrassing as a kid to be yelled at by your coach, and you're winning. But they saw one little thing you'd do wrong.
Yeah, I had funny thing. You're bringing back my past.
Oh, traumas.
Just some traumas. But overall, I actually had fun in baseball. I played a bunch of different teams. It was fun. It was great. There was one coach. It was a high school coach. Man, dude, this guy he was something else. Like, or I was talking about, my bad, the varsity coach. There you go. The varsity coach. Man, he was, holy crap. He's a piece of shit, dude, actually. But like, he also had a son, and the son was great. He was great. I think later on he started, what do you call it? He started not becoming his dad, but like starting to get him that kind of aggressive. I can't explain it, but he started absorbing a little bit of that. But I remember he was the pitcher and I was playing as catcher. We had a great connection on that. But he would get like slammed, like the son, he was actually a great pitcher. But for some reason, if you put him out on the field, he could not catch a ball. I don't know why. But it was just a joke between us. He cannot catch a ball for some reason, but he was great at pitching.
I was going to say he's a great pitcher then.
Yeah, he's just a great pitcher. He also can't hit the ball, but he's great at pitching. But it was so much pressure because his coach would yell at him and this and that. But his coach, I heard, because I've heard some of the stories too. God, of course, he would yell at all of us. He would, he threw like a table, or flipped a table at one of the guys, and that guy quit. And he caused a lot of guys and some of my friends to quit. And at that point, you're like, it's not even fun no more.
No, you ruin the passion that they may have had for that sport for the rest of their lives.
Or maybe it is different because high school, of course it's a job, so it is your job, but I don't know. It's not fun. And when you get like people turning against you, then like, see, you're doing something wrong. It's, I don't know. And I remember then during the summer, when I was still in high school, they had summer ball. Coaches weren't allowed to coach, or the school coaches weren't allowed to coach, so they would get volunteers. And it was was I going into my sophomore year or going to my junior year? And I think it was going to my sophomore year. It had to be. I think so. Or both. But they asked I don't know if they asked, but my dad, because my dad, he also played baseball. He offered to, I guess, coach. That was one of the most funnest things. And it was cool because with all my friends and all the people in the team, they had that respect for my dad. Because my dad, for some reason, or not reason, but my dad would not yell at all. Like if you do something bad or mess up, he doesn't. He just, those coaches that just correct you, they'll say, hey, do like this or this and that. Super simple. And I think that's what I absorbed that. That's why I don't if for some reason it could be in softball or if it's with other kids or even Victorian sports, like if they mess up, it's fine. You correct them. They're still kids. They're learning. It's not fun. And then also some of the other dramas that happen. Man, you are bringing back my traumatic. No,
5 minutes with me and I will bring it all out.
Yeah. We'll go to therapy after this. But there was, I think I was a junior or was I a senior in the beginning of the year, something like that. But some of the players, only some were just asses, but some were actually great. But there was one kid that same age as me, we're in the same grade. He was, I don't want to say picking on, but kind of picking on like these, I think they were freshmen. And I don't like that. I don't like bullies. I don't know. I'll kick the shit out of you. But he was picking on two, or it was three of them because it was, I remember their names, but it was a kid and then twins. I remember because they were identical twins. He was saying something to them, and I was sitting in the bench with them or the dugout, and I went up to him, and I don't know what happened. I just got heated, and I said, I don't know if I said, why don't you pick on someone your own side, something like that. And I was kind of going after him a little bit, and I don't remember too much. But after that, there was I was hanging out with some of I think it was a JV team, but they were a year younger than me. And one of them, he was like, Jose, I saw what happened. I'm like, yeah, my bad, dude. I'm not supposed to act like that. He was like, oh, it was pretty funny. He said, because I was like, well, what happened? Because I didn't pay attention. He said, oh, what's his name? He was like, Jose, don't touch me. Like, but see, like, I don't know. I don't know. Some kids are asses sometimes.
Right. Yes.
And then it's not no fun. And then you got, I don't know. That was my baseball. I don't know. There's other stuff I had, but overall I had a fun time. And then the sports is fun. It's just when you have, it's because kids will look up to you and you're giving them, what's that? Not first impression. What am I trying to say? What's that word?
Role model.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. You're trying to be you are a role model to them.
Yes. And do the girls see you out in public and still say hi to you?
Yeah, they do say hi.
I get it all the time. They'll flag me down in Walmart, or if they see me somewhere, they're always screaming, Ash. I'm like, who's screaming my name?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, hi. It takes me a minute to find because they're all little. You got to find that little voice in the crowd.
Yeah, you're role models for it. Could be in sports. It could be, tutoring in choirs, band, whatever. But it's not fun. Have you ever heard of a movie called Whiplash? Do you know the actor? His name? Do you know the movie Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
Yes,
the original. Remember that? What's his name? James Jonah Jameson, his boss. He has like a mustache, news guy. If you see the face, you'll be like, oh, I know who he is.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, so that main character or that guy is in that movie. So the movie is about, it's a university. This guy, he's a drummer. He wants to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has this, I guess, teacher, professor, whatever. And it's this guy. Man, that movie this guy is messing with this kid. Like it's like full abuse. This movie won like a bunch of awards, but this guy is just abusing him, this and that. And it messes with the kid. It messes with his mind, and he wants to be the best, but he feels disappointed, and it's so bad. Like it's full on abuse. But it shows like, hey, like you are affecting, kids and this and that. You gotta be very careful what you do.
Right.
So, but I'm not saying, oh, you can't holler. Of course, like football is, you could, it gets intense. I'm not saying I'm against that. I have a different style.
Right.
Yeah. I won't get mad. I'll get mad at probably like the umpire or refs or if someone's doing something, but I'm not gonna get mad over some players.
You get mad over the calls, not the plays.
Yeah. There you go. Just get mad over the calls.
Yes.
But same thing. It's just like rec. It's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be fun for everyone. And people take it too serious.
Yes, they do. But you know what? That's their loss. That's the way I always think of it is if you're that upset over something, why are you letting it run your life?
Yep. I agree on that.
So if they would just spin the way that they do things and spin the way that they're thinking, maybe it would have a better outcome. They wouldn't have to yell. So what do you call it? Optimistic.
Yep.
I have an optimistic way of thinking about everything. You can tell me something bad and I will find something good in it and spin it around.
Yeah. Is it, you mentioned a little bit before this, something about finances. Are you also into that or?
Yes. I have been years and years of just trying to figure out how to get out of that hustle flow where you're constantly working for nothing and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like investments. I have a long-term goal of eventually being able to have a nice supplemental income that's just investment properties. And I've learned how to do like wholesaling, which is kind of touchy state to state because there's all these different rules and regulations. And I learned all about it. I haven't done it, but if you gave me the opportunity, I could. But I think maybe in South Dakota, you have to have a real estate license to do that, which I have actually. There's a lady here in town that I adore. She helped me buy my first house. I talked to her about wanting to get my real estate license and she said, go for it. She's probably the best decision you'll make. And I went into her office, I sat down and I said, I want to talk about this. And I said, everything that I was thinking about, I wanted to do. And she immediately picked up the phone and called USD. Just to see if they had some kind of program for me to get into. And having somebody like that behind me here in town is amazing. And it's just made me want to push more and more to eventually take the money I'm making every day and put it into a savings so that eventually I can invest in some properties here. And that is another way of me helping people because then I can rent out and help families because I know rental costs are horrible.
Yeah. Economy right now is a little touchy. Stuff is, well, it depends. Some stuff's expensive, some's not. At least the gas is. So I was at last weekend in Sioux City. Gas was like $2.30 something. I'm still waiting on here in town. It's still at $2.79.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I haven't seen under $2.60 in a long time.
Yeah, it was over there. And I thought it was going to be like, for example, like a Sam's Club. They said, no, it was just on Highway 50 right when entering Sioux City. It was at $2.39, $2.20, whatever, this and that. I'm like, oh, it's dropping.
You know what I noticed? The appreciation I have for our town and the way we do things and the prices of everything after going on vacation. And because we drove from South Dakota all the way to Santa Monica and back.
Ooh.
So, and we took, so we went through Nebraska, Colorado, that way down through Nevada because we stopped in Vegas and we went out to Santa Monica. Then we took Route 66 back.
Cool.
Now, the highest gas price I saw was $10 per gallon.
Nuh-uh, really?
Yes. It was 10 and then some cents. And it was in California, Southern California going, what is it? You go into, not Nevada, Arizona? Is that where Arizona is at the way?
Yeah, New Mexico, Arizona.
Way southern part.
I think so.
Yeah, and that's where it was, close to that border. And we pulled up to the gas. I'm like, oh gosh, just put a few gallons in to get us to the next state. I am not paying to fill up our vehicle.
It was that high?
It was that high.
Whoa.
And we didn't see it go down until we hit Texas.
Yeah.
And when we hit Texas, then we got back into $3. And that drive and the prices of food just at the restaurants, even just going to Walmart.
More expensive over there?
Yes.
Dang,
we went to Target and Walmart. And I'm just like, I appreciate South Dakota so much now that we have went and we stopped everywhere. Every state, we made it a point to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
To just see what the stores are like, see what the people are like. And yeah, I love Nevada. It's my favorite state. But living wise, South Dakota, I think is where it's at.
I would still, even though, I'm from Texas and Texas is booming, because I get it all the time. They're like, oh, would you ever move back? Hell no. Not because I don't like Texas, because I think it's fine for me visiting. It's just, there's a lot of people, which is good. That means there's a bunch of jobs and there's a bunch of stuff. Also a bunch of stuff where you could spend. But I like it here because, well, first of all, everything's more cheaper. And
yes.
I know people like, for example, they'll say, oh, well, property tax and this and that. Well, head of tax is way more expensive. It's way more expensive, but everything's just cheaper here. I know the taxes are a little more cheaper. Food is cheaper. The only thing you got to tolerate is, depending where you're at, if you're in the city like Sioux Falls, maybe it's okay, but like smaller towns, you got to find like an income. Man, those winters, man, I'll never get used to these winters. But which is cool because when it snows, well, not snows. If it's a bad blizzard, they'll cancel work sometimes.
Oh, yeah. The state pretty much will shut down. They'll say no travel.
There you go.
And then, you got no travel, no work.
And then it's all cozy and this and that over there. A little snowflake falls. Everything's shut down. Everyone's all scared. People slipping. They don't invest in like snowblower or those plows. Nothing. They don't got nothing like that. They won't invest in it. They're like, why? Money. But I was going to ask, Ashlee, why do you think a lot of people in America, why are they in debt? There's so many, you hear that all the time, credit card debt or car debt, or student loans. I feel like that's like the majority now.
Yeah. I think it's more, a lot of people don't live in their means. Because like you hear it all the time, like if I'm scrolling through TikTok or I'm scrolling on the Facebook videos, the big phrase, fake it till you make it. Mm-hmm. Well, faking it can break it is my thought. Is yes, you could fake it till you make it in a mentality standpoint. But if you don't have the income to support every payment that you're paying out and put food on your table, like people are getting into debt. And so they will get these credit cards. They'll charge everything to a credit card. Oh, I have this much time to pay it off. So they make that minimum payment, not realizing that all these credit cards are actually charging you interest, and you're going to get that minimum payment's not even covering that interest you're going to get charged. So then they have this maxed out card. So then like, oh, I'll get another card to pay that card. Because I feel like, and it's so weird now when I think about it. From what I see now, so you have all these credit cards, they do balance transfers. You get this credit card to pay off this credit card. So you're juggling around this debt. Now you're going to get more and more in debt. What's so funny is when I was in school, I took an accounting class, and I had this teacher. He was about 70 years old. College students, we're all freshmen in college, telling us credit cards are good. Credit cards, good debt. Taught us how to go, when they have all the credit card vendors at the colleges. I don't know if they still do that, but back when I was in school, they did. You could go down, you could apply for any credit card at this booth. And he said, go do it. It'll be the best choice you make. It'll build your credit. But as college kids, we're going to charge because we think we have that money on top of already being debt because we have all these student loans. So right out of the gate at 18, how much does it cost to go to college now?
Like in the tens of thousands.
Yes. So 18 years old, you're already in debt that much. Then you go and get these credit cards, which you have brand new credit. You're going to get a high credit limit. So let's say you get a $2,000 credit limit. They max that out thinking, oh, I have time to pay this off. So by the time they're out of school, they're almost $100,000 in debt. Mm-hmm. And to me, there's no coming back from that unless you're making good money.
Yeah.
And you're able to pay all that off right away.
And I think also what they'll kind of push to is like, oh yeah, right after college, you'll make like, a lot of money out right after, but that's not the case with a bunch of, yeah. So, and it's something that me and someone talked about because we were wondering about, I say, I know they're 18, you're adults, that they're responsible, but I feel like it's kind of predatory, especially like kind of pushing it. And of course they're like, well, they don't have to make the choice. Yeah, I know they don't have to, but they're still young. I mean, you're young. You're right after, you're still like young. I feel like, you're an adult after like 30. So I think it's very predatory. Now, also around, I'll just talk about like same thing, US. Very, what's the word? Materialistic. We want the newest phones.
That's the fake cars. It till you make it. Yeah. I was talking about, they want the showy stuff that comes with debt. Everything that, like you just talked about your phone.
Mhm.
You didn't want to spend $1,000 on a new phone. A lot of people wouldn't blink an eye at that. They would go and finance it. They're $1,000 in debt, making a monthly payment on it now.
You're right. Yeah. I didn't think of that. And
that's where all the debt comes from.
I was just, so funny thing. I was at this place, and this person, and I can't say he's struggling. I don't know, but it looks like it. Because I think I do know. But let's say I saw this person that, more of a lower income type. But I saw he had the newest. Because I know about the tech. He had a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. That phone is like $1,300. I'm like, how did he even get that?
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's getting money from somewhere, or unless he found it. But I think that's how people get those, same thing with those phones, they finance it. And I keep forgetting because you could do that through your phone company. I've never done it. Maybe that's why.
See,
I
how you did it. My sister's the same way as you are. She's been rocking that old iPhone. And I just had to upgrade mine because of work. And I just went with the 16. My husband just got the 14. We're not going to go for the 17. And when I showed up, my sister just made this funny crack at me. She's like, oh, I wish I had that Ashlee Carter money right there. And I'm like, this phone was only $600 and I got it with my phone plan. I ain't got money that you think I have. And she says she sits off well. She works for a bank, they're good, but she won't go and spend that money. And growing up, I think that I grew up with a single mom. And the one thing she instilled in me and my sister was work for everything. You have to work for it. At 14, I had my first job. I had a car. I had to put gas in it. I had to take care of everything on my own. So that's the one thing. And so I have this mentality, and I think my sister does too, where it's, if you're going to add a debt, you need to make twice that amount of money than that month to cover that debt. So if I'm going to go out, and so I have a son that just got his learners. So okay, we need another car. I went out, I bought us a car, gave him the old car, told him, you need to work enough to make this car payment because I'm not going to pay for it for you. Just to instill that in him. But now I have to make twice the amount that this new car payment is because I don't want to get behind and I don't want to fall. And I think everyone needs that mentality. And I know a lot of people don't have it. And I wish they did. I see a lot of older people that still struggle with debt and I can't afford this and that. And I'm like, okay, well, let's sit down old school and write everything out. See where let's see where those expenses are. To me, if it is a roof over your head, food on the table, that's your number one priority. All this extra stuff we pay for, you could probably do without. Yeah.
And I think that's the issue. Like how you were saying, people don't live below their means because, and I know people will be like, oh yeah, just because what did they say? If I don't go to Starbucks, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out of debt. Yeah, it's because $5 is, well, it does. $5, it does make a difference. You see all the time. There's people, maybe they can afford, maybe they can't. I can't, maybe because I also don't like coffee. But spending $5, let's say 5 times a week, Monday through Friday.
So $35 a week.
Yeah, on just coffee. You could, if you really want coffee, you could just kind of make it at home. Or when people go out to eat, yeah, of course, it's fun to go out to eat. But do you have to, depending how your situation is, do you have to go eat every day? Can you make food at home? Or, do you have to get, I don't know, go to this specific, what are you doing? Do you have to get the, that car, does it have to be the $46,000 truck? Do you need it? Or
can you go with the older model with a little bit of miles on it? What's the difference?
Yeah, or a computer, or even with the phone. Do you need that $1,300 or that $1,500 phone? Oh yeah, do you need all this stuff? Do you need the newest shoes? You gotta live below the your means. Or do you need the biggest house?
And I think the biggest thing is people think they're being judged, and they're not. No one's judging, especially here. Nobody is sitting there looking at your shoes, wondering, are they real or are they not? And I think the biggest, and I notice this with our kids, when they're on social media and there's all of these, influencers?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you call them. And they look like they have all the best things. When I've learned throughout a lot of my research, a lot of them don't. They're renting out places to make these videos. They're borrowing things to make these videos. And all these kids think that's the normal now. That's how I need to dress. That's what I need to have. And it's not. And it, as I would say, as a parent, I try to instill that in these kids, not just my kids' friends. Like, we don't have to do that. That's fake. That's not real. And I think that type of technology is kind of working against us right now.
Yeah.
Majorly.
Oh, yeah. Those. Yeah. Because, man, we get influenced. Even I get influenced too. Social media, man. It could be good and bad. Especially like you see all these pictures and you're like, man, these people are traveling or this person's doing this. But no one's going to post the worst times. No one should post like the best or whatever. Like for me, like you'll see me, like, first of all, I'm horrible at dressing up. Like, look what I'm wearing. I got whatever. Like with clothes, I still have the same clothes since like 4 or 5 years. I don't buy the newest clothes. I don't know. For me, shoes, I don't know what it is. People like shoes. I'll be rocking those $14 Walmart shoes all day, except these shoes. They were boots, whatever. Actually, I thought I was about to have a heart attack because I had this is actually, I have another pair, the exact same ones. I've had them for years. I've worn them out. Man, there's paint over it. They're ripping up and this and that. My wife's like, why don't you buy some new ones? Like, no, until they're gone. And yeah, They started ripping up. So Myra was like, why don't you just buy the same exact ones because they've lasted you for a long time? And I'm like, yeah, I should. And then I saw the price. I was like, $70. Dang, man, that's expensive. And I think, but she kind of convinced me, like, fine, it's $70. For me,
I understand that. I am a thrift shopper all day.
Yes.
I love thrift shopping, but
garage sales too.
With shoes, it's to me as I can't take someone else's shoes and put them on. So I will wear them till your toes fall out or the bottoms are gone. And then I go and buy the new pair. But, and that's the stuff you can think about when people do this is, the coffee. Let's go back to the coffee. $35 a week. If we add that up per month, that's money they could set aside and start a jar. Set it aside in this jar. That's going to be your new investment. That's how I do things and think about things. Is if I can save this expense here, then, so if we go back to when I started working, so I was about 28 years old before I had the realization of working for myself, and bringing home $200-300 a week was not cutting it. Raising 4 kids, and my husband brought home about the same amount, and it was insane. So I was thinking, how can I get out of this hustle and flow? I can invest a little bit of money into something that could grow bigger. And that's how I started doing the cleaning by myself. Because I used to be really big into vaping, like the nicotine vaping. I quit vaping, and I took all that money that I would spend, because you're looking at $200-300 for a dang vape. And I was like, before it didn't faze me. I was like, oh, whatever. I work here. I work here part-time. I can do it. Well, I took that money. I went to the dollar store and bought cleaning products to get me started. And I started cleaning, realizing I flipped $30 worth of cleaning products to make $100. So I'm $60 up. I kept doing that over and over. Then next thing you know, I have the big cleaning job that paid me $500, paid me $600. And then I'm just stacking all of that up, realizing I've already made what I made in a month and a week. And when I hit that point, I was like, I can quit and I can do this by myself. And that's what I did. So when you think about, oh, I'm stuck, I'm in this debt, you should think about what you could do little to make the big change in the outcome. And then I'm sitting here 3 years later, no longer needing any of the state assistance that we used to have. I'm not renting anymore. And I'll say So like I'm into these investing groups, and they're all about building up yourself, building up your credit. Because I was that college kid that got the credit cards, had all the debt, paid off. So I had 2 student loans. One my mom had co-signed on me, and then one that was on my own. Got the one on my own paid off. We're almost, I think we've got like $1,000 left of the second one. And like at 35, finally getting all of this debt wiped off of me. Just because I was able to turn everything around income wise. And no, it's not about being rich, because God knows we're not, but it's all about where you put your pennies. And that's, when you talked about investing, that was like the main thing I wanted to kind of point out is anyone can do it. You could be homeless, living in your car, $5 to your name. You can do something with that $5 to make more money. So, and that's what I learned through all these investing classes was believing in yourself, not making those bad choices with your credit, with loans, because there's all these other options out there. I never would have thought I could own a house within 5 years ago. Me would have never believed I would own a house. So, especially in the economy that we're in.
Yeah.
I never would have thought, but then I had the one lady that believed in me.
There you go.
And
that role model.
Yes.
See?
And I went to a psychic years ago that told me one day you'll meet a lady with the golden hair and she will be your answers to everything. So my whole life I've been like, who's the lady with the golden hair? Who's the lady with the golden hair? And I think I found her.
Sweet.
Yes.
I should go to a psychic and be like, hey, I just need the lottery numbers. That's it.
Psychic Suzanne out of Sioux City. She is my psychic. I love her.
Ask her for the lottery ticket. Nah, I'm fine. See, we're at that 1 hour 13 and I need whoops, my bad. So we need to cut it. So is there any last words? Where can people find you at? I'll put all the links in the description like I always do.
Well, you can find me on Facebook at Sea Cleaning. Sea Cleaning Services -Vermillion. It's how I have everything set up. We have a website. I don't have Instagram. I'm not that cool yet. We have been working on getting a TikTok going. I'm not a big video creator, so we're not that far yet. But we got the website and Facebook, and then all my contact information. And pretty much if you need help with anything, I'm always here.
Cool. Sweet. All right. Thank you so much, Ashlee.
Yeah, you're welcome.